Hey everybody, welcome to our channel, The Plumbing Gurus. This is an on-site edition. This is a renovation that we're working on here. We've done a bunch of different stuff here, so I'm going to walk you through it. I'll start with the gas, because the gas is the easy part, and then I'll move on to some of the plumbing. There is some neat stuff that we did here that we don't usually do on jobs, so make sure to stick around and check those out. So over here, watch your stepping. They had a gas line ran downstairs to a fireplace, and they also had an old fireplace here, and they replaced the fireplace and they deleted the fireplace in the basement. So what we did is we just tied our ward flex and ran our ward flex from there and over to the supply for the fireplace. Pretty basic. There was a garage heater that we tied in, you can see over there. In the next video, we'll show you that downstairs. Unfortunately, downstairs is really dark and we don't have any lights set up. But we'll get that for you guys. So 1/2 inch to this fireplace here, and then we ran 3/4 inch ward flex out to the deck. We also spray foamed our hole properly. The other guys just used mesh. Wire, was it wire mesh? Steel mesh, yeah, steel wool to stop the mice from coming in, critters. But there's no insulation value to that, so there's moisture buildup in there. So anyways, we ran our word flex underneath, pretty basic, looped it around, came up. We used the plate, and that's just an exterior termination. And they wanted one quick connect for the barbecue, and they wanted one quick connect for the heater. They're gonna have a heater out here. So of course it gets really cold, but right now it's beautiful out. I think it's getting on almost 30 degrees today. Celsius, not Fahrenheit. for you people watching in America or that use Celsius or Fahrenheit. And here, the bathroom is staying the way it is. I'll show you how we disconnected it. It's not really anything too fancy. Sorry about the lighting. There's no light in there. And they wanted to leave a toilet on site instead of having a porta potty. Why not? Save some money. And kitchen pretty much stayed in the same location. So we pretty much left everything here. We like to run our fridge lines from the fridge location to the kitchen sink location. That way, if there's ever a leak underneath the fridge, you can just shut the valve off underneath the sink and you have that problem. You have the water, a way to shut that water off easily, not like running down in the mechanical room, or not even having a shut off like they had previously. They just tied it off randomly off a 3/4 inch line and had it ran up. So if anything ever happened, you'd have to pull the whole fridge out, shut your valve off, figure out what's going on and so forth. And the new fridge location is here. You might be asking why we didn't crimp the caps on. There's no point. We just have the caps on there so debris and dirt, dust, whatever, doesn't get inside that line. And here, I'll show you guys what we did here. So we were told from the builder.
Engineer approved.
Yeah, the engineer approved it, but we were told from the builder, this is the plan, this is the layout, and this is the way it has to be. Okay, so we had a joist pretty much dead center of where the toilet had to go. So we had to use an offset floor flange, offset our plumbing into that joist there. So this has all been engineered approved. What they did is they put, I think it's 1/2 inch plywood times 2 on the webbing of the joist, and they ran it. They filled the whole web with plywood, and then they added another 3/4 inch plywood on the outside of that. Everything's PL 400 on both sides. So apparently this is engineer approved. Let us know what you think, or if your engineer allows you to do something else if you got to go through a joist like this. I know they were talking about sistering another joist on the side, but I think they were able to get away with this. So, and what else was there down here? That's it for now. We are going to be back here in the next day or so, and we will be doing the shower valves, and we'll have all that on the next video. That'll be a full video on its own, I'm thinking. So in here, like I said, we won't talk about the shower. There's the toilet that got relocated. It was like 6-inch relocate for it, but the designers are pretty picky, so we just got to do what they say. So in here, these cabinets for this sink here, they wanted to have a drawer on the bottom, and they didn't want to have to cut open that drawer. So we had to raise the drain up to the height. We did all our measurements so that the P-trap's not going to conflict with that drawer. They won't have to cut it out or anything. So Carson had to raise this trap arm for the sink. And also we relocated the water lines from the floor to inside of the wall coming out. So, and then over here, out of breath, need to do more cardio. So we'll start over here. It might be a little difficult to see, but there was a wall here before, and there was a vent that ran down here that was venting a existing laundry that's not there anymore, but we left the vent, we ran it, and it was also venting the shower and the tub previously. So this is just here for when we get a 2-inch P-trap. So here we just ran our vent down into here. This vent on this side vents the laundry. This vent here drops down. I didn't have room to put a clean out there, so we just put it in the floor. Usually we don't do that, but this is all we could do. Ran over, we put our Y back nice and far for the shower so we can bring it over. There's going to be a little bench here, and then they want a linear drain right here, so our P-trap is going to end up being somewhere here. But we don't have a 2-inch P-trap, so wholesaler and pick one up and install on the next day we're here. And shower is going to be here, and we'll have the valves and everything done for the next video. And then they're going to do a curb here with a glass here, and the door is going to come right here. And then here they're going to have the island tub. So here we had to do the same thing as downstairs, because this island tub sat pretty much center of the joist again. So we had to notch out the joist, and if you come over here I can show you what we did. It's a little different, but we had to do a running trap arm here. So it goes down, running trap arm into the P-trap, and then runs down. We have our 3-inch from our trap over, so it's not going to siphon itself, and that is being wet vented from the shower. And then over here, what's that? Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, I did. Did I mention that in the comments? Did I already talk about this joist, or do I have to? I got an idea. I'll talk about it again. So over here, if you didn't catch it the first time, yes I did. If you didn't catch it the first time, we had to do the same thing we did over there with the joist. We had to cut out the joist because this island tub drain, I feel like I'm repeating myself, it was in dead center of this joist again. Runs over into the trap arm and all that. But this has all been approved by an engineer. It's not like we just came in here and just started cutting out joists. We do not do that at all. We always wait for an engineer to approve it. Here, double sinks, nothing changed. So all I did was they had these come out and down. The plumbing was tied together. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, you always want to make it easy for the cabinet guys. So now they can just pull this out. We don't glue this, but we always also make sure that this part where it's not glued is outside of the wall, so that if water does come out here, it's not just going to pool up inside of the wall. And usually when you put these on, if they're not glued, get them on nice and snug and tight. So if a little water does get in there, it's not just going to drip out. Everything lines up here. So all we did, like I said, was just 90'd them out, both of them, so they can just drop their cabinet, slide it in, nice and easy. Next thing over here is this toilet was on dead center of a joist as well. This is all covered up because of the offset floor flange. I wasn't able just to bring up a piece of pipe and then glue the flange down. We had to cut it in the center, split it. So I had my plumbing in, cut this board in half, split it, and then pushed it together, just screwed it down, and screwed the flange down to the plywood. And the water line we had to relocate as well. I think that's about it. Here, we haven't tied any of these water lines in. We'll get to that later. So I know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling with quoting jobs. I just wanted to throw out the link in the description below. We're going to have a link there that's going to have to our course, sorry, and it'll explain everything to do with that quoting. So, anyways, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but we will see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.